Hi everyone, and welcome to a management chat with MotorAge. I'm Shannon Brandyberry, managing editor of MotorAge magazine, and today I have with me Scott Avellino, marketing manager for MOTOSHOP Technology Tools. Today we're going to do a brief overview, kind of a test drive, if you will, of the MotoSHOP Shop Management System. Scott's going to walk us through the ins and outs of how it works, so that if you're interested in going from pen and paper or pencil and paper in your shop to a computer-based system, it's easy to understand, you'll have an idea of what you're looking at, and maybe you can take it on a test drive yourself. So with that, Scott, welcome.
Appreciate you having me on. Really excited to show you a little bit more about MotoSHOP Shop Management System. It's a brand new shop management system out there. We've launched in October of 2014. Been very successful since then. Wanted to take you really through the shop management program to show you how really simple and easy it is. I mean, MotoSHOP was really built for a couple different reasons, and it has a couple different benefits that I think some of more of our manual, as you said, the shops that are still handwriting those tickets, really, ease of use is probably the single most obvious feature that we have at MotoShop. When new shops take a look at this, they always comment on how easy it is, how it just flows very smoothly. It's very easy to catch on. Our initial onboarding, our initial training, is roughly about 90 minutes, and after that, shops can, they feel very confident and comfortable, maneuvering and navigating the system with ease. So it's very easy to use. Also, it was really built to help shops be more efficient. A lot of these shops are, the majority of the shops are still handwriting these tickets, and they're creating these quotes, by hand. And we're trying to automate that to make it a lot faster and a lot more accurate, so that you're quoting the appropriate pricing, the appropriate labor times, and bringing it into one quote, one ticket, in a fast and orderly fashion, so that you can get back to your customer very quickly. And then being able to, send them these quotes with your shop logo on there, making it look a lot more professional. Another key feature is the customer trust. We know that in the automotive industry, that customer trust is one of the largest obstacles that we need to jump over. And a lot of people equate going to the shop worse than going to the dentist. But we want to change that. We want to help the shops fix that need in the industry. So really, MotoShop was built to be customer facing, actually including the customer in the quoting process. You can build it directly in front of them, bringing in the parts with their prices, with the labor times, with your labor rate on there, and actually including them, taking them step by step, explaining the whole process. We've actually also included and embedded customer educational videos. So it really helps the service writer explain to the customer why they are recommending the service they're recommending. It takes the customer through, the system, what it does and how it operates, but then it also goes into failures and symptoms, and why it's important to correct those symptoms. So we all know that when a customer understands the service that you're recommending, they're more likely to say yes. So we're really helping the customer and the shop at this point. And then just bringing these shops into today's technology. MotoShop is really cloud-based technology, and there's no need for any backups. When you're handwriting these tickets, how are you filing these? You probably have a bunch of filing cabinets, and how easy it is to, when a existing customer comes into a shop, how easy is it to find their information. With MotoShop, we track customer information, we track customer history to make it a lot faster and easier for the shop to retrieve that information. So with that, I mean, I'd love to take you into the product and show you around.
Absolutely, please do.
Okay. So right now you should be seeing the transaction overview page. This is pretty much our home screen when you log into MotoShop. Basically, what this screen does is this gives the service writer a great overview of jobs that are due today, any quotes that they may have prepared, any work orders that are currently being worked on, completed work orders, so that if there's a job that's done, the service writer can take a look here and contact the customer as soon as they see it appear there. and then any recently updated tickets. So it really gives the service writer a great overview of what's going on in the shop today. Over here on the right-hand side, you'll see a list of buttons going down, and really these are the buttons that you're going to use to help generate that quote, the appointment, the work order, the invoice, and it takes a natural step-by-step process. So the first one being click on the new button, and it's going to start a new ticket. Okay. On the left-hand side here is where we're going to do most of our work, and then it's going to kind of transfer over onto the ticket. Kind of what you see is what you get, and in the left-hand side here, we can kind of notate who the ticket was written by, any kind of initial contact. We can capture any kind of marketing lead. Let's say the customer drove by a sign. We can click that as well, and these are all fully customizable too. Okay. And then we're going to name this as an appointment. What we're going to do now is go down the list again, go into customer. Now there's two ways to enter customer information into MotoShop. If you're an existing customer, I can just type your name in here, your last name, your license plate, your cell number, you name it, and hit search, and then a list of results will return. Or if you're a brand new customer, I can just take your information and fill it out completely here. What I'll do for today is I'll just type in my name here, hit search, bring up my name. Now it's automatically going to bring up my vehicle that I've already added to the shop management system. It's going to remember all the previous vehicles that I brought in. I'm going to select that vehicle. Now it has the customer information and the customer vehicle information, and you can see it's brought over to the quote, up at the top, up at the bottom. Now what I can do is go into this button here, which is called Symptoms and Requested Work. Again, fully customizable. You can enter in any kind of system, any kind of requested work that you want here. But this is for when the customer comes in and says, hey, I've got a problem. Maybe my brakes are shuddering or my steering wheel is shuddering every time I press the brakes. Well, that's fine. I can click on that and notate that here. What you'll see here, every time you see a blue circle here within Symptoms and Requested Work, that signifies that we have a video ready to be loaded and shown to the customer. Shani, can you see the video right now?
I can.
Okay, so if I click on that, basically this will take the customer through, the brake system and how it operates, and then it will get into actually, maybe some symptoms.
In your car, the braking system is perhaps the most important to the safe operation of your vehicle. The brakes are the most effective way to slow or stop something as heavy and traveling as fast as a car or truck. The safety of you and your passengers, along with the safety of other motorists on the road, depends on your vehicle's brakes operating properly. Brakes function by using friction to slow a vehicle down. There may be several different systems and a variety of components involved. Pressing on your brake pedal compresses a piston in the master cylinder, forcing brake fluid under the hydraulic pressure.
So I won't play the whole thing for you, but as you can see, this really is a great educational tool for the customer. They may not know how the brakes works and why their steering wheel is shuddering every time they press on the brake. So this really helps the service writer better explain the problem, and it helps the customer understand that. We have other vehicle animations that I want to show you later on, but for now, let's just click on Add Shutter, Brake Shutter, and you can see it's brought into the ticket. We're going to set this up first as an appointment. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to save this. I'm going to save it as an appointment. Now it's going to bring up our appointment schedule, and we're going to select, let's select 10 a.m. And it automatically brings over the customer information, the customer vehicle, the time, the start time, the end time, and then you can assign a bay if you want to.
Okay.
Hit OK, and it's going to save that. And then what it also is going to do, it's going to, once you hit continue, it's going to ask for make sure that to verify the customer information and their email, and then hit yes, and it's going to actually email the customer the appointment, which is great, as a reminder to the customer. So now that we set it as an appointment, let's say the customer comes in. We can print this ticket out and just give it to our technician and say, hey, go out and check why the brakes are shuddering. They can go into this multi-point inspection. Okay. Again, everything that you see here is fully customizable. You can add, you can change, you can edit anything that you want. And this will give the technician an opportunity to, inspect all the different vehicle systems that on the vehicle and mark down whether they pass, fail, or, red means fail, yellow means it's getting close to it, it's, precautionary, and then green means it's good. We can save that. We can print it out and give it to the customer. You name it. Then what we can do is go down one step further into jobs. MotoShop Shop Management System can actually, you can select and create pre-canned jobs. And what I mean by that is that you can create a job, whether it's a full front brake job, and you can add all the required parts, all the required labor information, so that you can make quotes a lot faster. For instance, if I go into brakes, I can go into brake job complete with pads front, and I'll hit add. Now what it's doing is it's basically going out to the parts catalog that we've integrated with, and it's going to bring me back the required parts that I've required for this job. And then once I select the parts, it's going to bring back the labor that I've already associated with this job. So as you can see here, I have front brake pads. I can click on here, go into my parts catalog. I'll select the ceramic, go into my calipers, select the calipers, and then go into rotors and select my rotors. Now that I've selected all the required parts for this job, I'm going to go ahead and go and grab the labor that's automatically integrated into this job here. Select my labor time, hit next. Now it's going to kind of give me a summary of the parts, the labor, and any miscellaneous costs that may be involved in this job. I'm going to hit finish. Now what happens is it gets brought directly over to the ticket here. And what we'll do is we'll give a full pricing of the job, and then we'll itemize it line by line. Now, what I can do is, as I said before, this is all customer facing. These are all the customer pricing. You can build this directly in front of the customer. Now, if the customer's not in front of you and you want to check your cost, if you hover over here above price, you can toggle between price and cost, and then you can see your cost as well.
All right.
And then when the customer comes back or is looking, you can toggle back. If you want to add any adjustments, if you want to give a discount, we can go to the adjustment screen. And if let's do $10 off of labor, I can add that. And then what's great about MotoShop is, really within our admin, which is our back office administration tool, where you can create new customized jobs, you can create new symptoms, or you can really customize the multi-point inspection. You can also basically you can have tech sign in with their username and password, so you can add employees. You can also require certain things within the recording process, like authorizations. We can add an authorization here for the job. We can say corrective service. We can say by Josh. We can add initials here, say it's authorized, and hit confirm. And if, let's say, the customer does not authorize it, they don't want to do the job, we have the ability to say, your job decline, and that will appear on the ticket. It'll appear in the customer history, and we can use that for when the customer comes back in at a later date to say, hey, you didn't want to go ahead with the brake job the last time we were here. You might want to consider that for this time. So it'll let us know and prompt us to any declined jobs previously. So now that I have the job authorized, I'm going to go ahead and save it as a work order. I'm going to hit save and continue. Now what's great about MotoShop is, now that we've created that quote very quickly, we also kind of take care of the back house, back part of the house, where we can kind of do all the scheduling, and we can keep track of the technician workflow. So what I can do here is go into scheduling and workflow. What I'm going to do is going to load the workflow to make sure I have the most up-to-date tickets loaded. Then I'm going to go into assignments, and this is where I can assign any job to any technician. So here's our job here. I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to assign it to my technician Josh just by clicking on his name, And as you can see, it's automatically brought over. Now, I can also click on In Progress tab, and that'll show me exactly what's being worked on right now and their status. Now, if I'm a technician, I'll go into My Jobs. I'll click my name. Currently working on this ticket. Let me close that, and then I'll say the job is complete. To start a new job, all I have to do is click on the job, and then you'll see here this traffic light here. Green means, I'm going to start the job. It's going to ask me to select a bay that I want to do the job in. And once I select the bay, I'm currently, working on the job, and it's currently timing me. So last piece of scheduling the workflow is I can go into My Completed Jobs, and I can select my name. Now, My Completed Job shows you all the jobs, obviously, that you've completed, but it also calculates and tracks the hours that you've worked on versus the hours that you've billed. So the total hours that I've worked on versus the total hours billed. This really helps, managers and owners keep track of, the technician's workflow. Another great thing about MotoShop is, we're an open system. We're integrated into many different parts catalogs. So if I wanted to go in, rather than going in and doing a pre-canned job, I can go into replacement parts, and I can go into, we have a direct integration into CarQuest, Epicor, WorldPack Speed Dial, ISE, Wrench Head, you name it. Just to add another part in here, let's go into the CarQuest integration here. And basically, this is a direct integration into their web link. So I'm going to use web link just as I do on their website. And I'm going to bring back parts and transfer them over into the quote. Let's just do a belt. I'm going to select drive belts here. And then it's going to bring me back the parts catalog here for CarQuest. Select the part here. I'm going to add it to my cart. Once it's in my cart, I'm going to click View Cart and then transfer the part. Now it's going to ask me, is this a new job or is this an existing job? Well, we were working on brakes before, so this is a new job. And we're going to put it under Engine and hit OK. And then it's going to bring the part directly back to the quote, as you can see here. Then I'm going to add labor. I'm going to go in. Select Engine, pulleys and belts. And I'm going to scroll down here. Drive belts. I'm going to add that labor. Now it's going to ask me again, is this a new job or an existing job? Well, it's an existing job. It's going to be the engine job that we put the brakes, the belt under, so it knows where to kind of categorize it. And there you go. So if you have multiple vendors, you can, if you have the credentials, you can add the credentials to MotoShop. You can order from any vendor that you want, and it's not just Advanced Auto Parts or CarQuest or WorldPack. You can order from anyone using ISE, Wrench Head, or Epicor. Another one of the last features that I want to show you, and one of the greatest things that we're really happy and pleased to incorporate is to really finish off that customer trust. A lot of the times the customers drop off their vehicles, or they need a little bit more education on why you're recommending that service. Well, we're directly integrated into Virtual Vehicle, which is powered by CarQuest. I'm going to select Virtual Vehicle here. So Virtual Vehicle has over 300 vehicle animations. So this will basically take you step by step and help the customer really understand and better explain how the brake system, how the transmission system works, or diagnostics work. So if we go into disc brake, then we can go into, maybe there's a warped rotor. Maybe that was the pulsation that they were feeling in the steering wheel. I can show labels, and you can see that the rotor is warped for here. When I apply the brakes, you can see the steering wheel shake. You can see the pedal shudder. And giving this visual to a customer really helps explain it, and it really, kind of gives them a better idea as to why, this symptom is happening. And when they see that, hey, the rotors are warped and they either need to be, machined again or they need to be replaced, now they understand. And now that they understand, they're more willing to say yes. So again, all of these videos, and there's over 300 of them, can be shown here at the counter. And this version allows the service writer to really the email version actually comes with audio. So this will explain exactly what's going on to the customer when the service writer is not there to do it themselves.
Great.
So a lot of great features within MotoShop, and we're really excited to get this going. And I think short overview. I mean, this is really MotoShop, fast and easy compared to other shop management systems that you see out there. We've been told that this is really self-explanatory. And again, a lot of our users, after 90 minutes of telephone training, they're up and running, ready to go. They're purchasing parts. They're creating tickets right after that. So we're really excited about it. And looking forward to the rest of 2015 with new enhancements that we're adding, and then 2016 as well.
That's great. So if someone is now interested in bringing this into their shop, what do they need? Do they need a computer system? Do they need a tablet system? Can you guys at MotoShop Technology Tools help them get set up if this is their first foray into something computer-based?
Absolutely. MotoShop Shop Management System is a Windows-based program. So basically, it can run on any operating system that has Windows. So whether that be a tablet or a PC. It's also touchscreen enabled. So if you have a touchscreen monitor, you can easily maneuver and navigate within MotoShop, making it very, very user-friendly. Really, to get started on MotoShop, you can go to www.motoshop.com, and you can see all the other products that we have available within our MotoShop Technology Tools. And then there's forms there where you can fill out information. There's a phone number where you can contact us, and we can help explain MotoShop. We can give you a demo. We can train you on it. You name it.
Great. Well, one last question then. You said that this is really customer facing, and there's options, to email the customer if they drop the vehicle off and go to work or go home. Why is that just a good benefit to over paper and pencil or some other way that people in today's shops might be utilizing their current systems or lack thereof?
Well, on the shop side, it's more efficient. If you're handwriting tickets, if technicians are writing down and they have bad handwriting, it takes a little bit longer to kind of read through those tickets and understand what's exactly needed for the vehicle. It's good for customer tracking. Again, if you're creating handwritten invoices, where are you storing them, and how easy are they to find? How long does it take you to find them? And when your customer calls up and says, hey, last time you had mentioned a service and I couldn't at the time, but what was that service? I want to come back in and do it. You want to be able to say, hey, let me look that up real quick, rather than I'll call you back in a half an hour. I have to go through all my files, or maybe you lost it. So it's just more efficient, and then quoting accurately. So you're getting the right, the appropriate pricing, the most accurate pricing at the right time. On the customer side, think about this. If you're the customer and you're given a handwritten ticket, you might not be able to read their handwriting. You might not really understand what's going on here. And that just really adds to the trust factor. If you're given a professional looking, printed out quote, invoice, or ticket, and it's emailed to you or printed out and given it to you, it really goes a long way. And it shows how professional your shop is. And the customers appreciate that.
Absolutely. Building trust. It's an important thing that we're addressing in the industry right now. So, Scott, I want to thank you for your time today walking us through everything with MotoShop. And there is information in the description below with some links to MotoShop if you're interested in checking it out. So
Great.
Thanks everyone for your time today, and have a great rest of the day at your shop. Thanks.
Thanks, Shannon.